Oh, hey everybody, what's going on? Dio with another video. Yeah. And this time the topic is the old Sustainable Center. I leave for a couple weeks, come back, and boom, we got Nagash and End Times and Legion of Chaos, and now the elves are coming out, and I see that most YouTubers are finally tackling the lore of undeath and um, Nagash, and I half watched the hour and a half long or hour Sustainable Center video with Lord Tremendous, and I don't even know who the other guy was. I'm not gonna lie, because I really, like I said, I was half paying attention, talking about the whole thing, and then the syndrome of Nagash, which holy moly, there's a syndrome all of a sudden. And then I listened to Ant's video. My attention span is very short, and I listened to the 10 minutes of it. I read the comments with Materum, MC1 Gamer, I think it is. I think William Page was in there, and they were kind of just debating and about the whole Nagash thing. And so I thought I would kind of throw myself out there and talk about it really quick, because I'm kind of split 50-50. I guess my question to Anthony is what's a fun game? What are we talking about in the context of Nagash? Are we talking about a GT? And I know you talked about GTs, and I know that you talked about the a fun game. So, and then there's club games, and there's like just random pickup games. I think that Nagash, the Lore of Undeath, the Legion of Chaos armies, the new Elf armies, combined armies, the Undead Legions, I think this is nothing more than Triumph and Treachery, than Stone Magic. I think in like a month or two, guys are going to say, I love this game. And there are guys that love Triumph and Treachery. I love Triumph. I played it every time I get a chance to play Triumph and Treachery, I'll take it. I think it's super fun Warhammer. And heck, if I could find a group to play Mordheim, I'd play Mordheim all the time. I don't even know if I'd play full-on Warhammer, because I love the rules for Mordheim. I consider this no different. 9th edition is going to come. It's going to do whatever it is to Warhammer, whatever it is what it is. You can't change it. It's a rule. Either you like it or you just and play, or you don't like it and don't. That's what End Times is to me. Either you like it and play it, or you don't. Now, we're talking about people showing up with Nagash, and I agree with, I think it was Long Island Wargaming that said substitute Nagash for Skaven, and I think all the points are the same. I think that goes with everything. My feeling is this: in a GT, there are a list of rules that are brought, and if everybody follows those rules, and they do exactly what the TO says, and they show up and play their army, and they're trying to win, so be it. Now, I'll be the first person to admit that I don't like it when I get steamrolled by just broken filth at a tournament. But you know what the argument is? You saw the rules too, right? I see them. I could easily build the same thing. So you paid money to go play, relax, it's a game. You know, this is what it is. If you know it's coming, then bring something to counter it. I'm going to Wapaka in 2 months. I'm super excited for it. I'm super excited to get my game in versus Nick. I'm working on trying to grow a beard, which has never happened because my work will never allow type of things like that. But with that being said, they're using the new rules, and if you read Twitter and stuff, a ton of guys are going to bring Undead Legions. They just are. And whether or not they allow the elves into Wapaka, the simple thing is, if you know it's coming, bring the counter to it. Just bring the counter, whatever. It's cool. Now, I think where Anthony was going with his more of his talk was fun and kind of like a pickup game type of setting. And this is where I basically totally agree with them. Um, Almost 100%. Because I think that if you're going to show up to your LGS or a GW store and you're just going to kind of stand there waiting for a pickup game, and I show up and I bring, I don't know, 2,020, whatever points of something, and you'd bring your Nagash list or, Legion of Chaos, or I bring my Legion of Chaos army up, and because I'm practicing for Alpaca, trying out some stuff, and you show up with something really not made to play against it, I'm not going to play that list. First off, I think that everybody should have the common courtesy to say, hey, I brought this. Would you like to play against it? Yes or no? Most people will say yes to playing it at least once just to see what it does. Heck, they might even do it twice. It's when you keep steamrolling somebody with it that people are like, whoa, man, relax with it. I'm not sure how anybody else's gaming group does things. I know that the gaming groups I belong to, and I belong to two. I have a local group, which is Dreadmoon, which is more fun, friendly gamers with more hobbyists. And I belong to more of a tournament-centric gaming group called the Hangover Heroes of Texas. And we all, live all out through Texas, and some people actually live in California in it. And great hobbyists, they're very tournament-oriented. We talk about tournament stuff, and that's, it's a different group. The hot guys that I play with and girls, they're in it for mostly the tournaments, and they play for fun, but they do a lot of tournaments. The Dreadmoon guys I play with, most of them don't do tournaments. They're starting out. They're trying it. They like the hobby aspect of it, and we play more scenario and campaign-based games. If you're going to roll out Nagash, ask. Get it on your Facebook page or your forums that your group might have, and ask, like, hey, I want to play this. Does anybody want to play this exact list? Does anybody want to play me with this, and build your own list around? Now, if people don't want to play it, there in itself is the problem. It's either you or they just want to play that list. I really don't see people turning down games playing against Nagash or Carl Franz Descendants. I think it would be fun to do. I don't think it would be fun to do all the time, but I think it would be fun, like, hey, it's like our gaming group. There was a guy. He has a YouTube channel. I haven't seen him post in a while. But I think it's Bad, I want to say it's Bad Dice Channel. No, that's not Bad Dice. Bad Gaming. God, I can't even think of the YouTube channel. Anyway, he ran a campaign, and he runs them at a local store, and I'll go to him every so often. And what he did was, we would play, Warhammer in a campaign, and then one time a month, we would play Triumph and Treachery, or Storm of Magic, or some other weird random game. And you know what's super fun? Those games. And you know why? Because you can only play Warhammer so much before you go, give me something else to play. Let me do something else. They're fun. This end time stuff is no more than just fun. Now, if a TO decides to go, we're having an end times tournament, all the books are in, all the rules are in, so be it. You know the rules are ahead of time before you pay your money to go. There's no point pissing and raining on somebody else's parade. Let them go have their fun, and then you can sit at home and not play Warhammer. That's the alternative, not playing. And if you're okay with that, so be it. But Ant's 100% correct. If you keep toting out, I don't care what list it is, Nagash, he brings up his demon prince list, says, where's the chaos with the demon prince? There's only so many times somebody wants to play a Comp Zero walk list with Demon Prince and the Flying Circus and Death and Nurgle and blah, blah, blah. There's only so many times somebody's going to want to play you that, bringing their fun list, until they go, you know what? I don't want to play a tournament-style list. I don't want to play against you or your list. It's not fun. You're kind of a jerk. I'm done with you. And when you have nobody to play, hey, you can always start up your computer and jump on an MMO, I guess, because Warhammer, to me, is like when I was a kid and got to go play baseball, or, when I ran track, in college, in the military. I do Warhammer it's kind of like our own little camaraderie. It's our own little group of guys that have the same hobby interest. Lawyers, doctors, firemen, paramedics, some dude that lives in the basement with his mom. We all have this in common. It's Warhammer. We might not have the same political views, religious views, anything else, drinking. We can disagree with everything, but we agree on Warhammer, and we agree to have fun for these 2-3 hours of just playing a silly game of toy soldiers. And I think that's where people are missing the mark. You can get bent out of shape over this whole end times thing, just like you get bent out of tournament rules, bent out of shape over everything. Or you can sit back, breathe, and say, it's just a game. It is what it is. I want to go hang out with my buddies, BS, talk some crap about Warhammer and life in general and some other stuff, push some toy soldiers around, have a beer or a Coke or a water, whatever your preference is, a shot of Jaeger or Jack, and then go home and life will resume itself. People that play Warhammer, I find, are very professional people. And sometimes we get a little ultra competitive. Take the ultra competitive out of your weekly or bi-weekly club games. Chill, relax, play some fun games, and then go on from there. I'm going to sound so redundant, but end times is, to me, seriously, nothing more than Storm of Magic, Triumph and Treachery, or saying, hey, let's play a big 4-person battle, 2-on-2, and play 10,000 points. Same crap. Ninth Ed is around the corner. It'll happen eventually. I guess the best thing I can say is just relax. It'll all be over soon, guys. So anyway, feel free to leave a comment, concern, questions. I got a bunch of these videos that are getting ready to come out. So I am back in full swing. Anywho, see y'all later.